The New England Patriots announced this week that they are going to allow fans in the stands at Gillette Stadium at 20% capacity to watch Cam and the Patriots try and do something this season. And in fairness, if this is a regular season, they didn't have Cam, it probably would have been 20% people showing up to watch Jarrett Stidham anyway, but now it is optimistic news for the 2020 NFL season and a chance that fans will be in the stands, as well as potential for Vikings fans at historic US Bank Stadium. Now, there has been no official announcement yet from the Vikings for what they plan to do this season, which I actually think that that's probably a good sign. They are weighing their options right now with the state of Minnesota, everything that's going on in Minneapolis, etc. But also, this Patriots notice, it's good for a number of reasons. So just looking at Massachusetts versus Minnesota. So COVID, state by state. COVID, the coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. Massachusetts has 1,635.4 cases per 1,000 and 121.7 deaths per 1,000. Minnesota, on the other hand, has 810.3 cases per 1,000, less than half, as well as 28.1 deaths per 1,000, nearly 20% of Massachusetts. As well as you look at total population, Massachusetts 6.949 million, nice. Minnesota 5.640 million, and then of course, Minnesota is just a much larger state. So population density, Massachusetts, you have 858 jabronis per square mile. Sully. And then Minnesota, 68.1 people per square mile, which is 30th in the union. And also, so you'd have to take into account population density, but also you have a state with a larger population in Massachusetts, a much larger population density, much higher COVID rate amongst their population, yet they're still planning for 20% capacity at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. This is good news. This is overall good news. And yes, you do have to factor in that Gillette Stadium is in Foxborough, Massachusetts, which is basically bum F Egypt, right? And then US Bank Stadium, of course, is right in downtown Minneapolis. That will factor in. Also, you do have to factor in Massachusetts has a lower 7-day rolling average in terms of number of total cases, but also that could be the fact that the East Coast and Massachusetts got hammered particularly early, work through their population already at that plateau and on decline. Minnesota is just starting to approach that point, so we'll see. Now, September 13th is a long ways away, and there's a lot of things that have to go right and a lot of data that still is to be collected, but a lot of things could change by then. There could be setbacks once players get into training camp July 28th. There could be setbacks in travel, could be setbacks, new hotspots in various cities and areas where there are NFL stadiums, but it's a very uneasy time. But the best that you can do is take in the facts, take in the data, and go from there. Don't be driven by ideology, as well as you do have to take everything with a grain of salt, because this is brand new. Like, I love on TV when they talk about COVID-19 experts. Like, bitch, this thing just came in last year. Like, how can you be an expert on something we don't even know what the long-term effects are yet? But anyways, but you do have to go in, just call a spade. Be hopeful that there is going to be an NFL season. Be hopeful that overall, as a society, we do have this thing under control. But as of right now, things are looking up for the NFL season. Things are potentially looking up for Vikings fans to be able to attend games at historic US Bank Stadium. But like we said, things can change. There's a long ways between now and September 13th, and definitely a long ways between now and February before the Vikings hoist that Jerome Barty. Who knows? Maybe everything will be digital. Maybe everyone will be back telecommuting, and NFL players can too. Like, everyone just plays Madden. They play as their own character. Actually, I would watch that. Or yeah. All right, but your thoughts. Patriots news, meaning good news for Vikings at USB. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Pull us up on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.